Join me as I dive into the eerie history of my haunted house and confront the psychological trauma that lingers here. Haunted houses, the stuff of nightmares, horror movies, and urban legends. But for many people, these places are more than just a thrill or a chilling tale. They're a portal to a darker reality, one that can leave lasting scars on the human psyche. Today, I want to explore the connection between haunted houses and psychological trauma, and how these places can have a profound impact on our mental health. Have you ever walked into a room and felt an overwhelming sense of dread or unease, even when there's no apparent reason to feel that way? Or perhaps you've experienced strange noises, unexplained movements, or even witnessed a ghostly apparition. If so, you're not alone. People who've lived in or visited haunted houses often report these feelings of intense fear, anxiety, and discomfort. But what's often overlooked is the long-term psychological toll these experiences can take on our minds and bodies. The stigma surrounding mental health can be suffocating, and when it comes to haunted houses, it's easy to dismiss people's experiences as mere fantasy or attention-seeking. But the reality is that these encounters can have a profound impact on our mental well-being, leading to conditions like PTSD, anxiety, and depression. It's time to break the silence and acknowledge the very real trauma that can result from these experiences. The psychological effects of haunted houses can be far-reaching and devastating. Survivors of paranormal experiences often struggle to shake off the feelings of fear and anxiety, even long after the initial event. They may become withdrawn, isolated, and struggle to form meaningful relationships. In some cases, these experiences can even trigger underlying mental health conditions, making it difficult for individuals to cope with the trauma they've endured. Delving deeper into the world of haunted houses, we find stories that will send shivers down your spine. Take, for instance, the infamous Winchester Mystery House in California. This labyrinthine mansion was built by Sarah Winchester, the widow of the Winchester rifle heir, who believed that the house was haunted by the spirits of people killed by the company's guns. She built the house to confuse and appease these spirits, and the result is a maze of staircases leading to nowhere, doors that open into walls, and secret rooms. I've had my own share of paranormal experiences, which I'll share with you later. But for now, let's hear from others who've lived through similar ordeals. I've spoken to people who've encountered ghostly apparitions, experienced unexplained noises, and even been physically attacked by malevolent entities. Their stories are a testament to the raw fear and anxiety that can result from these encounters. One of the most chilling stories I came across was that of a family who lived in a haunted farmhouse. The parents would often hear the sound of children laughing and playing in the dead of night, even though they had no kids of their own. As time went on, the occurrences grew more frequent and intense, culminating in a terrifying encounter that left the family shaken to the core. But what's most striking about these stories is the emotional and psychological impact they have on the people who experience them. It's not just the fear and anxiety that's debilitating. It's the sense of helplessness, the feeling of being trapped in a never-ending nightmare. These experiences can be so intense that they change the way people perceive reality, making them question their own sanity and grasp on the world. One of the most haunting stories I've heard is that of a woman who grew up in a haunted house. She would often see apparitions and experience strange occurrences, but what's most striking about her story is the way it affected her mental health. She struggled with anxiety and depression for years, often feeling like she was living in a constant state of dread. Her story is a poignant reminder of the lasting impact that haunted houses can have on our psychological well-being. As we reflect on these stories, it's clear that haunted houses are more than just spooky tales or creepy atmospheres. They're portals to a deeper understanding of the human psyche and the profound impact that trauma can have on our mental health. It's time to acknowledge the psychological toll of these experiences and take a step towards healing and recovery. In conclusion, the connection between haunted houses and psychological trauma is very real. It's a reminder that our minds are capable of experiencing immense fear and anxiety, and that these experiences can have a lasting impact on our mental well-being. Let's take a moment to reflect on the stories we've heard today, and remember that seeking help and support is the first step towards recovery. If you've had a similar experience or just want to share your thought,